question that this whole thing turns on is remorse. Are you remorseful?
Oh, definitely. You know, it's not only have I made a mess of my own life, but you know, there's the family, the victims' families. You know, the horrible thing that they had to live through. You know, trying to come to terms with the loss of 2 family members. You know, I just recently come to the realization that Thomas Running Rabbit had a daughter about the same age as my own, so I can look at how difficult this has been for my own daughter, and come to realize just how even more difficult it's been for her. You know, so it's I would give anything to be able to take this back.
You have a positive feeling about the way things are going to go, about the case you're going to make. You haven't thought that far ahead about what you might do because of all these hypotheticals hanging over you.
Yeah.
I got to ask you if you thought about the negative hypothetical, and that's if things go against you and your execution goes ahead.
Only from the aspect of my family. You know, it's how difficult it's going to be for my family. You know, it's from a personal standpoint. It's all it means to me is I won't have to be here for another 30 years.
So what's that relationship like now? I imagine you get visited, I think it's once or twice a year, and some regular phone contact. What kind of role are you able to play in your sister's life, your niece's life, your daughter's life?
Actually, I'm in weekly contact with everybody. They implemented a new phone system here, it's like $3.40 a phone call. So I can actually call everybody like once a week. Mm-hmm. So it's, I'm short of actually being there to give them a hug. I'm there, more so than you might be able to imagine. Mm-hmm. You know, it's still playing the big brother role, giving them a shoulder to cry on, or, somebody to talk to, or offering advice when it's necessary. So,
is it kind of a bittersweet thing, because obviously you've made those connections, and that relationship sounds like it's a strong one and one that you value, but at the same time, is it hard being here and not being able to be?
Oh yeah, there's so much more that I could do for the family, if I was actually there for them, so it's, it's on the one hand, you're feeling good about what you're doing, and on the other hand, you're slapping yourself in the head because you're not there for them. So it's, kind of a coin toss, what kind of a mood you're in on which day. Mm-hmm. I keep hearing, I'm defined by what happened 30 years ago. And I want people to understand that that's not what defines me. If they want to look at who Ron Smith is, then you got to cover the whole 30 years. You got to look at everything that I've done to change myself and better myself, and to try and atone for what I did. Mm-hmm. And I think that's pretty much the key message that I want to get out there. Mm-hmm. It's pay attention to the whole person, not just what he did, drunken stupidity 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Talked about rehabilitation already at great length, but you used the word atonement. Where do you think the atonements come in? What do you think you've done specifically to really atone? Well,
I've changed the person that I was, and I think that's the key. I carried that, the anger and the temper and everything for a long time, and I've dealt with those issues. It's, I can't make up for what I did. I don't want people to get the idea that anything that I've done, makes what I did any better. It takes some of the horrendousness of it away. Nothing that I do does. But I've changed the person, and I think that's the key. I am a different person.